Hey everyone, Terry Getz from HealthyBeing.com. So since I'm starting my Summer of Transformation program, I decided I'm going to throw some video into the newsletters just for fun. And I'm kicking off a 4-part series, this week being part 1, on transitions. And the reason I'm talking about transitions is because they're a great time of transformation. It's a great opportunity. And you could argue that we're always in some kind of a transitional period, but I'm talking about, the major milestones like divorce or empty nest syndrome or a career change, or that moment where it's time to draw the line in the sand because something has to change. That's a hint that you're in a transitional period. And I'll give you a little background on me as to why I became an expert in women's milestones. I started out as a childbirth educator and labor support doula and birth hypnotist. I became certified in everything pregnancy and childbirth related. Started a wellness center in New York City for the same thing. And then I decided I wanted to expand my horizons, and I went to graduate school, became an acupuncturist and practitioner of Chinese medicine and Chinese herbology, with a focus in my practice on infertility, pregnancy, childbirth, as well as menopause and other women's medical conditions. But it was through my own experience of divorce that my personal transformation occurred. That brought me to my knees, I'm not going to lie. But I can be a dog with a bone, and I decided that I was not going to stay there. I really wanted to transform my life, and I did. And I became happier than I ever have in my life. I never thought it was possible. And so I decided to become a life coach. And so now I integrate all of these modalities and others into a program called your Personal Transformation Method to help women get through these periods. And I love it. So what's the first thing that transitions all have in common? Everyone hates change. Let's just face it, we just hate change. And I'm not talking about changing it up a little bit, like having chicken instead of fish for dinner. I'm talking about some pretty serious changing, whether it's in your thought patterns or your lifestyle or something in your life that has to change. It just makes us uncomfortable. So it's kind of a get-out-of-jail-free card in some ways, because you have understanding as to why it happens, and here's why. We are biologically predisposed to not like change. It feels threatening, it feels insecure, and we value the need for security more than anything else in our life, even love. And the reason being is, think about it, if you're an animal in the woods and you're walking down the hill and you see a yummy meal on one side and a predator on the other, what does it make more sense for you to pay attention to? The problem lies in what we think is a threat. And often this is old stuff that's stuck in our subconscious that makes us feel scared and insecure. So our first tip for today is, and this is your homework assignment, is to start paying attention to your thoughts and start hearing what you're saying to yourself. Start noticing when you feel scared of change because it's just an uncomfortable feeling, and start to lean into the change just a little bit. Lean into the discomfort just a little bit. You're not going to change unless it's a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, so that's my tip for today, and thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.